This video is 3 hacks to dunk easily. I first dunked at 14 years old. I've been dunking for almost 10 years now, and that's why I believe that I can help you dunk faster, and not only faster, but do better dunks than me and do those quicker than me. I think that you can do that. And so my idea for this video is that by the end of this video, you are going to know exactly the things that I wish I didn't do, and you're not going to do those things. And because of that, you're going to get to these goals a lot faster than I did and without making those same mistakes. So once again, I did not know any of these things, but if I did know them, it literally would have saved me years of time. And honestly, these 3 things might be a little controversial, and I guess you can tell me what you think. The first hack is you have to not be able to jump at all before you can ever dunk. Like, you have to get to a point where you cannot even jump because your legs are so broken down and tired and sore that you cannot even touch the net before you will ever be able to dunk. That's just the way it is. I'm not saying you need to lift weights before you can dunk. I'm not saying you need to do a special workout before you can dunk. I'm sure many of you can dunk without doing any workout at all. But seriously, if you want to actually dunk, you have to get to a point where you cannot even jump at all. And what I mean by that is, I'm going to illustrate with a story actually, because when I was training for basketball, there was a time when I was doing literally 2 days with weights. So I was doing a ton of explosive like plyo exercises. I was hitting weights in the evening. 2 days I was getting up in the morning and doing that. And it was like a really busy month during that month of training. And I remember that I literally, towards the end of it, like, it doesn't matter if I had a day off in sometime in between. Towards the end of that month, I was not dunking. I was like 19 years old. Like, I should have been easily dunking. But basically what I realized is after that month, I had to take a week off because I was going somewhere. So I took like 6 days off. The first day I came back, I was kind of like, not out of shape, but like, you know, I wasn't like perfect shape because I just been gone, not doing anything, gotten back, like, so I was running and felt a little tired. But when I went for my first dunk after like 6 days off, when I literally couldn't dunk before, I dunked it. I just dunked it basically right here. Like, that's the feeling. And after that, I kind of knew before that, but that was like a really pronounced example of that. So every time, once I realized this, every time that you really work out hard and you genuinely tire yourself out, if you take even a day off, you might notice, like, it depends on how much you do, right? If you like completely destroy yourself, you're not going to be able to jump or walk. So you're going to be forced to take days off. And then when you're forced to take those days off, those are the only days off you should take. Is days that you're forced to take off because you're so tired from working out. So you just can't do anything, and so therefore you take the day off. But then you're recovering because you already did the work. So instead of just taking a day off and not having done the work, your day off can be recovering from doing the work, and therefore when you come back and you get those results, that's the best way to do it. And that's going to give you something to look forward to also when you're working out. So make sure, like, when you're working out and then you know you're going to jump higher when you're back on the court. That's what I mean. So remember this, you literally have to be sore to a point where you cannot even jump before you will be able to do your dream dunks. The second hack is that the amount of time that it truly takes to be great at something is insane. Like, it's astronomical. You do not have time to be great at multiple things. If you see people who are great at things, it's possible those people are just good and they're not great at anything because they're doing so many things. Or it's possible those people have had more time doing it, or they picked it up really quick, but they probably didn't become great at those things all at the same time. Like, and there could be multiple categories of something, right? In basketball, you could be great at shooting. Like, Curry is great at shooting. He didn't try to become a great dunker. LeBron he can shoot, obviously. I know LeBron can shoot, but he was like mainly an athlete. He did all types of athletic things, getting to the lane, and he could shoot also, so it made him dangerous. But he didn't try to become a great shooter. He just was the athlete that he was. Even to this day, he's not known as a great shooter. He's not like Curry. He could have tried to become like Curry, but you see that he played to his strengths. Curry played to his strengths. He didn't try to get like LeBron. That would have been impossible. And therefore, they were both great. And you see LeBron and Curry probably like close to the same level because they were great at their individual thing. And as far as just one thing, they were great at basketball. That was their one thing. They were a great athlete. So you could break this down into multiple things, but I think you understand what I mean when I say one thing. But for you to understand how being great at one thing relates to being a dunker, once again, you can be a great basketball player and be a great dunker inside of basketball. But I'm talking about just as far as this. If you want to be great at dunking specifically, if you want to be great at one thing, then you have to pick one thing inside dunking at an even deeper level. You have to pick one way to jump that is going to be your main way to jump, called your dominant jump plant. So there's 4 ways to jump. I'm going to very quickly explain this. Some of you may know this, some of you may not. Either way, this is so important. There's only 4 ways to jump. There's left, right, and right, left off 2 feet, and there's left foot and right foot off 1 foot. Think about it. Those are the only 4 ways to jump. You can go right foot, right foot, off your left foot, or off your right foot. That's it. There's no other way to jump. So one of those, if you're a lefty, you might jump off your right foot. But other than that, you're probably a left-right, a right-left jumper, or a left foot jumper off 1 foot. Bro, if you're one of those, figure out which one you jumped highest, figure out which one's comfortable for you. You have to focus on one thing. There's a reason I say this, because what's going to happen is you're still going to be able to, if you become great at a left foot, 1 foot jump, like jumping off your left foot, if you become great at that, I promise you'll be able to dunk off 2 feet as well. And that's what you may see as a misconception. You see someone, oh, they can dunk so good off all 4 ways of jumping. So, and then you see people with like 10 businesses or whatever. Like, don't worry about that. Some of those people are not doing the right thing. Some of them had a ton of time to get there and they built them one at a time. Whatever the situation is, it's not the point. The point is you will always do one thing better. It's the same with dunking. You will always be better at one. And those people that you see who can do all 4, they probably focus on one to ever get to that point to where they can jump off all 4. So you need to focus on one, bro. I promise you this is so important. Every time I try to genuinely focus and do more than one thing really well, I do both not very well. It's the same with jumping. You have to figure out one way to jump, be great at that, and in result, you're going to be able to jump off the other ways as well. But you're still going to have that plant that you're great at, which is, it's more important to be great at one jump plant than to be good at all 4. You only need one to dunk on someone. You only need one to dunk on a game, to do crazy dunks. You just need one, bro. Focus on one thing. Hack number 3 is you need to be willing to miss a lot. Bro, I promise you, y'all have to believe me on this stuff. Like, this is the most real stuff I could have possibly thought of for this video. That would have, I was sitting there thinking, I was like, what would genuinely help y'all dunk and would have helped me dunk better? Like, what would be the most helpful thing for y'all? I was thinking, I was like, well, it's not the thing that sounds the best. Like, hack number 1, 2, and 3, these are weird jump hacks. But hack number 3, it's not a popular hack. You got to be willing to miss a lot. Most people don't want to miss a lot. But the beauty of missing a lot is not only do you stop caring about actually missing, but that's actually how you get better. So you get better and you stop caring, and then that's the best, rather than like you're getting worse and then you just care more and more what people are thinking about you. It doesn't even matter. You literally just, if you miss that dunk and it's in a close game and you miss it, that's fine. If you go to dunk on someone and you get blocked, that's fine. If someone dunks on you, it's fine. You have to have those experiences. You probably will never dunk on someone if you don't get dunked on. Is that not true? Like, how many people out there are dunking on people but they've never been dunked on? Like, if you're a dunker, then you're jumping all the time, you're eventually going to get dunked on. So don't try to not fail, and you're never going to get that dunk. You're never going to dunk with 30 seconds left in the game and be willing to risk that if you haven't missed something like that hurts you when you missed it. Because then you're going to be like, okay, well, it already happened once, like, I'm just going to go for it. I might as well get my redemption. If I miss, I've already done it before. So you have to be willing to miss. When I was 17 years old, I did behind the back for the first time. How many times do you think I missed that dunk? Not including that actual day, hundreds of times. Like, maybe the first 200 times I tried, I wasn't close at all. And then after that, I was pretty close. I probably had like 500 close attempts. That day, I tried like 70 times. I literally got on like this in the 60s or 70s amount of tries the same day with having never done it before. So that's 0 for like 1,000 in my whole time trying it. And I finally get it after like 70 tries that day. And then it's on video, and because I see it on video, my confidence grows, all because I was willing to fail all that many times. Then I started, now I can do it almost every time I go to try to dunk. That's the crazy part about it, bro, and that's the good thing about it for y'all, because the best way to be those people that you see who are like making dunks in crazy situations and they seem so confident is to go out there and fail. And anyone can go out there and fail, because we all can do that. Like, you don't need to be at a certain position to go out there and be willing to fail, which is why it's hack number 3. It's so important. These 3 hacks are literally the most important things I could think to give you. So once again, hack number 1, if you're not willing to not even be able to jump or barely be able to walk, then you're never going to dunk. Hack number 2, you have to focus on one thing. You have to be great at one thing. That's the best way to get the fastest results. And in the end, just be great. You can't be great at 2 things. You can't. And hack number 3 is be willing to miss a lot. It's so important, and anyone can do it. And you should do it. It's important. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, who cares if someone sees that you fail? And who cares if you know that you fail? Everybody does. And the people who have done it the most seem to be like the best at what they do. So just go do it and don't be afraid of it. And I promise you, if you follow these things, you will actually have a much better time, not just in dunking, but as an athlete and just in life. Like, this is general. I promise you, if you apply these 3 hacks, though, to dunking specifically, even though it works in general, if you apply these to dunking specifically, like focusing on one thing, that works in anything. Apply it to dunking, have your dominant plan, become great. Any of y'all can do this, bro. I promise you. You can only succeed through failure, and I promise y'all, if y'all have that mindset, not only are you going to accomplish your dreams, but you're probably going to go a lot further than that, because that's what happened to me. Like, I didn't think I would be able to do some of the things I can do, and I'm happy I can do them. Like, I'm glad, but I wish I would have believed myself a little more. So I'm telling y'all to do that now, so that you're gonna always end up disproving yourself, but at least believe in yourself enough to go try. And bro, these 3 hacks are important, but I can show you everything else that I wish I knew, and I can help you and be right alongside you because I'm doing this stuff every single day to try to jump higher and dunk better, and I want y'all to do that way faster than me. And I honestly think that I can help you do that. There's a lot more that I want to tell you guys, and you can also join along with me, get all my training, and also on top of that, something I forgot to mention that I was about to not mention was the Vertical Assault app is coming out very soon. So if you want to join for $1, you can join Vertical Assault for $1 right now, do the same training that I'm doing, and also learn everything else that you should not do and everything else you should do. You can join, click the link, it's the first link below, it should be at least, or I will make sure it is the first link below, and then you can join for $1, and the app is going to be out soon. So anyone who joins before that, like obviously y'all are going to get the exact same price as right now. I'm not gonna, so you can get access to this app if you go ahead and join now. The app will probably be out in like 2 weeks, I'd imagine. It's gonna be a Vertical Assault app. It's gonna have a built-in community. Honestly, I'm like so excited for it. This is just like dunking. Like, this is my thing that I'm focused on right now is helping people jump higher. And if you want to become a better dunker, you focus on one thing. And right now, this app is about to come out, and it's gonna be extremely helpful. It's all I'm focusing on right now. And I also never thought I would do something like this. Just like you guys maybe never think that you're going to do the dunks that I promise you guys will do. So believe in yourselves, and I would genuinely love to train alongside you and help you dunk better. So click the link below, and if not, I'll see you in the next video.